Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to What He Said with Kevin Walker. Of course, best looking man on the screen tonight is me. I'm unshaved, though. I'm unshaved. I had to run some errands and I didn't get a chance to shave, so I'm unshaved tonight. So, you got it. So, you know what? Y'all gonna have to bear with me tonight. But I got two beautiful women to help me out tonight, and we're gonna talk a little bit of everything as it relates to love, relationships, why these black women can't get the right black man. Does the right black man even exist? I think I got the two right women to talk about this. Up to my right, over here to my right. That's Randy Kelly. How you doing, Miss Kelly?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Down at the bottom of the screen, occupying the entire bottom of the screen. Y'all know her. That's big head ass Janai. Hey, Janai.
Eugene Walker.
Really? So look, so when I first started doing this, Janai was my right hand nigga behind the trigger. She would never come on camera, Randy. She would always talk off the camera. So everybody used to say, "Won't you tell her to come get on camera? Let us see what she looked like. Let us see her face." And I'd be like, "She don't want to put her face on camera." She was like, "No, I
I
don't
did
want."
not.
Like,
I did
they
not
only
at
want to
all.
see what she looked like. So we had these dudes that probably used to fantasize about her. That
Uh-oh.
since she stopped coming on the show, some of these dudes don't even come on the show no
Oh my. You done ran them off. You done ran my good husband off.
more. Yeah, yeah. So no, it's good to have Janae back. It's good to have Miss Kelly on the show tonight. We're gonna have
It's
some
good
fun,
to be
everybody.
back.
We're gonna talk relationships. We're gonna talk situationships. Um, so look, just to kick this thing off tonight. Hey, look, let's dive into it. Let's dive into it. So I'm gonna go this route. So what's the whole confusion? Because a woman brought this up to me today. She's a special agent um, in our government. She's retired military now. She works for the government as a special services agent. And she was like, I'm not concerned about what a man thinks or how a man feels because I know what I bring to the table. I'm like, why does what somebody bringing to the table always come up in it? Because me as a man, I'm gonna say this for me. First off, I'm not even attracted to a Raggedy Ann ass woman. So that's my first level of attraction that you know how to go get your shit on your own without me. So I know that when I enter the equation, I'm only gonna upgrade you. So from a woman's perspective, Randy, we'll start with you.
Oh, I
What
got a
is it do
question
you
about
think
that
these
one.
men are running from as we talk coming to the table?
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. I think we think that way, or women say that because we've had to work hard. We've had to sacrifice. We've had to fight. We've had to stand up, stand our ground as a woman in this working environment, whatever
Mm-hmm.
career we decide to choose. We had to prove ourselves. And so now that we're here, I think it's just, I need you to know that I don't need you for financial reasons, or I don't need you to fix anything for me. Whatever it is, I think it's just we've had to fight so hard and we're here now. So I think it's just, I need you to know I'm good.
Hmm.
I don't think it's an insult. I think it's just, I need you to know that I'm not some chick with 5 kids and I'm barely making it. That's how I take it.
So Janae,
Hmm.
when we talk about bringing something to the table, why are men scared to sit down at the table with you?
I think for me, honestly, like Miss Randy said, it's more so for me, it's not for what you can do for me because I can hold my own and been holding my own. I don't need you to come in and to take over. But what can you help me with in the process? What can you bring? It's more so of I don't want your money, but can you give me your time? It's much more than money in bringing that type of stuff to the table. Now, when it comes to me, I'm a little bit on the more of an independent side. So I've gotten comfortable with being by myself because I've been basically by myself for 4 years. So, and I'm educated. I hold my own. Can't nobody tell me shit. Um,
See,
It's all the way how you handle us too.
and it,
You
and it, and
men
it, and
have
it's,
to
it
know how
is
to handle an independent woman.
because
If we already
it's not
got
about
it,
your
you can't
money.
come in here just
You can't
boss
floss,
hog and stuff.
and you can't floss on me like you can't.
Yeah,
Because for me, I will always one up you in some kind of way. I will.
absolutely.
So you can't come in trying to take over something I've already established. Now you can help me grow my empire. What I've done, you can add to that. You can
okay,
add to an
Empire.
empire that's already being built. But come in trying to change some things. No, I'm not feeling that one.
Can
This
I
boy
say
say
something?
Oprah. This boy say Oprah is the only independent woman.
Not
Not at all.
because she still got Stedman living right there.
Okay, shacking.
Hmm. And they've been
Um,
shacking for decades.
yes. Let me say this though. I think for me, I'm gonna speak on my behalf.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I've always searched for, because again, that's what my dad provided for me, security.
Hmm.
And with that security, a man has to know how to approach, again, an independent woman. We still lack some security there.
Yeah.
A lot of us, and again, I'm going to speak for myself. A lot of times I'm a 48-year-old baby. And I just need that man to come in and say, hey, I got you. It's going to be all right. You know, chill out,
Little
sit down.
reassurance.
You
Okay, so
know,
let
let
me
me,
so okay, so let me throw this at y'all then. Let me throw this at you. So I got this as an inbox question today. Why is it that women feel like a man feels that he's arrogant or he's maybe a little self exorbitant because he has his own crib, his own car, he's purchased his house on his own. And so when you come into his world, he used that as maybe a weapon to form against you in the relationship, or that's how it was brought to me. Like maybe I don't need you. Like
Women are
I
the same
want you,
way.
but I don't need you. Is that
But
for you
women,
as women? I'm asking y'all, for you as women, is that insulting? Or I mean, how do you take that? So if you come into my world right now, I got my own house, been on my job 25 years, got my own vehicle. So it's not that I'm gonna make you feel as though I don't need you, but I don't. I don't need you. I might need what you got every now and then. Um, so
but there's a difference between needing somebody and wanting somebody. There's a difference between needing that person and desiring that person. It's not that you coming in here, I have this, and I'm intimidated by what you have. That material shit don't mean nothing. It
at all.
doesn't. You can't
that
intimidate.
that's
You can't
that is so
listen.
not true. That
You
does mean
can't.
something.
You cannot intimidate me, Janae.
Okay, so
Jay.
let me say this. So Janae, I tried to step to you after I just got off the metro bus in front of Worthing. You ain't gonna
Oh my
show me the
god.
same love as you show old boy that pull up in his own Ford F-350 dually eyed,
Let,
got on. Go ahead, Randy. Yeah.
But you don't know that
let
though.
me say this. Let me say this. I've become a little bit more gentle. I just want to hear your story. Your car could be in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Your car could be on the way being delivered from the Tesla, company. I
Carvana
don't know.
somebody.
Just let me hear your story first. I think the arrogance of it is when you do say, I don't need you. And the truth of the matter is, yes, you do. We need each other for something,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's
Yeah.
again a good morning text, a good night, a touch, encouragement. We do need each other. We just let society say that we don't need each other. Yes, we do. It was made that way.
So let me
So a
read a
lot of
couple of
times
these.
you just got to get off your high horse a little bit.
Let me read these comments right quick. Let me go back to Chris. She said, I think it is very immature to think real women want you for your material shit. Can you provide mental stability? Can you be a
Absolutely.
listening ear? Can you not feel less than a man because I'm independent? Can you help suppress my anxiety? That's a lot of can yous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God damn. There's a bunch of can openers. You got to open up a bunch. Can you,
But
can
see,
you, can
women
But
are
that's her
made to do
reality,
those
though.
things. Go ahead, Janai.
But that's her reality. Can you?
Yeah.
So Run Love says, that's not a kudo.
I
That's
haven't
what
heard
we're
that name in a
supposed to do,
long
have our
time.
shit together. And hey, I agree. But all I'm saying is, ladies, let's not try to sit on here and act like the fact that I have my shit together. And so let's say we got two different men that you're considering. And you find out, okay, your new dude who you maybe just met through a homegirl or whatever, this dude got his own crib. This dude, been on his job. Let's say he's me, 25 years, got his own crib, his couple of vehicles parked in his yard. He on his shit. Versus another dude who, hey, from job to job the last 10 years, um, maybe don't have a vehicle. He catch a metro.
Again, the core of me says I need security. There's no security in you jumping from job to job. There's no security in you catching metro. Not for me. And so let me say this. So I've been divorced 16 years, right? And I took my lesson from my marriage. And my husband at the time, job to job, no vehicle, moved in with me. And now it's you gotta have the same thing I have.
Mm-hmm.
One, because I need you to know the struggle. I need you to know that maybe Friday it might be mortgage time. It might something may have hit. And we can't go out and bounce around and hit Houston and go from here. We might just have to chill at the house. The other
Mm-hmm.
thing for me is I want to pack my spend a night bag and eat your snacks at your house and lay in your air.
Yep.
That's just me. So if you
Yep.
bouncing from job to job, you're not stable. I just need stability.
Yeah,
If you have stability, then you can provide security.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Agreed.
So that takes me back to my original theme that your possessions, what you have, does matter. That's what makes. Hey, look, let's be real. I'm attracted to a woman who got her shit together.
Absolutely.
It's a turn off for me. I don't even think my dick work if you ain't got your shit together. I'm just
She
saying for
she
me.
dried up. That sugar bowl ain't working.
I
So wait, Kevin. So can you upgrade? So say if you meet this woman and she fine.
Janae,
She's
I can't
Kevin.
hear you that well when you turn your head away. There you go. Talk to me.
So what if you meet a woman, she fine, she Kevin Walker fine, Kevin Walker approved fine, and you said you could upgrade her. You find out she work exactly like to Walmart. Can you upgrade her?
Nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm just speaking for me. I'm just
Bucket
speaking for
starting
me.
Bucket starting off at $21 an hour now.
I ain't gonna be able. So
Why? But why, Kevin?
she working Jack in the Box. You just answered your own
But
question.
she pay her
Okay, or
bills.
Walmart. But she
She
on her
pay her
shit.
bills. She independent. She handled in her business.
I'm just again speaking.
Walmart,
Excuse me,
Target, Walmart, Target.
man. I just don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. Like, first off, let me tell you something. When I go in Target and Walmart, all I think of
First
is
of all,
little
you don't
girls.
even you
Like
don't first of
this,
all, you
this
don't
the
even
job
shop at
my
Target.
daughter had when she was alive. This the kind of shit my daughter worked at when she was alive. Like, I can't be no, like hell no.
But what if she treats you right? What if she makes you feel good as a
She's
man?
never gonna have a chance to, Randy. She's never gonna have a chance to
What if
treat
her
me right.
conversation
She's
on
never
point?
gonna have a chance to make me feel good because I'm not gonna give it to her.
So what if you meet her out somewhere and y'all hit it off, and then you find out she works at Target?
We're not going to hit it off because I'm going to say in conversation, what do you do for a living? I'm going to ask.
And
Janai,
she asks
okay.
a question, you gonna walk off from her?
I'm just not, no, I may not walk off. I may continue to talk to her, but let's just be
It's
real.
definitely not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, nowhere.
So let me ask this question. So when we talk about roles of a woman, roles of a man, right? You all are supposed to be the head, the protector, the provider, right? That's your role.
We are.
Okay. So you meet this woman, good Christian woman, everything that you're looking for physically, mentally, but you throw it away because she works at Target.
First off, y'all keep saying throw away. I can't throw away nothing I'm not going to collect because I'm not going to ever.
Janai, you know where I'm coming from.
Randy, I'm just talking about
Mercy.
me. I'm just being honest. I am not going to give her a chance. I'm really not. Like, that's going to be a deal breaker for me. And that's just me. Somebody, hey.
What your comments say? Because we can't see them.
Ron Love say, would I taste her milkshake? Well, Ron, let me say this.
Because her milkshake might bring the boys to the yard. I don't know.
That's what they say. That's what they say. So I never said I wouldn't taste the milkshake, as Ron say. I'm saying you can't be my long-term boo working at Jack in the Box. I'm sorry. And I'm 53. Like, I'm not trying to upgrade nobody at 53. Now, what I do want to do is add to where you are. And look, I'm the type of dude like this. Randy, if you and I are dating and whatever your taste is what your taste is, I can guarantee you my financial stability with the company I've been working for 25 years can hold us down. I don't care what you spend on upgrading Randy. I don't care about no Louis bag or Gucci shoes or you go spending $300 and $400 on hair. I see that won't be a problem with you either, but I'm just saying, like, that part of the equation, honestly, don't bother me at all, period. What I'm more concerned with, honestly, and even with both of you ladies, what I would be more concerned with is my relationship with your sons. Showing them that I get up every morning and go to work because that's what a man do. Showing them that when I come home and deal with and talk to mama, I ain't calling mama bitches and hoes because that's not what a man do.
I
Showing
get
them that I can go put out the trash and that I can help mama in the kitchen while mama get through cooking. I'm washing the dishes. I'm trying to show them through my example how to be a man because I don't cook.
And he don't wash no dishes.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I think that's a little touchy. I think again, you have to give people a chance. I think it's the core of the person. And don't get me wrong, maybe career-wise, maybe all I wanted to do was fast food. Maybe I worked my way up to manager. I'm just saying. But there are so many other qualities about me that you won't even give me a second chance because all you heard was Jack in the Box.
Randy, get that second.
I'm just saying.
Get that
you're
second
turning
chance.
A black.
Get that second chance out your mind. She's not gonna get the first chance.
Oh hell!
I'm just saying.
Next question.
I just look. It's me, man. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Hang me on the cross and beat the hell out of me. I can't do it. I just can't.
I can give you another scenario. What if she worked corporate? What if she worked corporate America 25 years? Built her 401k, her retirement straight. And she was like, you know what? I just want to do something simple. I ain't tripping. I'm going to go get me a job at Walmart and I could be frontline manager, whatever it is. She might be behind the scenes. You don't even see her on the floor. But again, she got a house. She got a car. She's established. Now what?
Okay. All right, Randy. So great question. So let's role play then. How you doing, Miss Randy? How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good, 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 man. You know, it's a pleasure meeting you. The invite, the way we got introduced to each other. I mean, so what do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, right now I'm working at Walmart. I'm a frontline manager.
So, what's a frontline manager? What does that mean?
I take care of the tills at the end of the night. At the end of the shift, I make sure all the cashiers are good. Customer service. I give you rundown of my responsibilities every day.
Okay. All right, Miss Randy, I'm holler.
Ah, man.
You ain't shit.
Okay, so
Damn.
ladies.
Ain't shit on a hockey stick.
So look, no, I'm just kidding. You know, the Jack in the Box was a bit low, but I might go for Walmart. But Jack in the Box, like I ain't gonna be able to do Jack in the Box. That's
And the
just me.
thing is, I can articulate that and make it seem like I'm, up there, up there.
Yeah, well, if you tell me you do corporate for Jack in the Box, then we might can talk. That's probably different.
Yeah, that's
That's
all I'm
probably
saying. I
different.
think you just give people a chance. That's all. Let them
No,
tell their story.
and I will. I will. So let me ask y'all this, both of y'all, because both of you ladies have a similar situation going on. You're both single women with raising sons.
Yes.
So how tough is it in the environment of dating? And Janai, you can go first. How tough is it dating with those boys?
Um, it's kind of tough, but actually, I really don't bring people around my kids. That's one thing I have. That's one of my rules. I don't
You
bring
say
too
you
many
don't?
people. I don't
Okay.
bring too many people around my kids. I don't expose them to a lot of people. My friends, yes, but dating pool, nah, because I know it's temporary. I'm not. I've been single for 4 years, so I've been divorced for 3. So I'm comfortable. So bringing people and trying to date with my kids, and my kids are young. My kids are 10 and 6, so it's kind of
So Randy, what about you?
nah
What
for
have you
me.
found in that date game? Having a black son, being a black mother, what have you found when it comes to dating in this environment with your son?
I'm a little bit different than Janae. So when I divorced, my son was 1. I probably started dating when he was 1.5. Okay. So for me, it didn't matter if I brought somebody around him. He didn't know. It's not like I was intimate or nothing like that. We weren't affectionate or nothing like that. And, in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
But it was nothing for me, to have somebody stop by the house, talk a little bit, whatever. But I'm open with my son. And I'm open because as he got older and he, had his little friends, all of his friends come from a 2-parent home. I'm the only single mother in this.
Mm-hmm.
So he got a chance to see, what a household looked like with a mom and dad. And then he comes home to single mama. So I kept that open with him meeting whomever. It didn't matter to me if it was temporary, if it was long term, because a lot of times I even went off of his energy. It's been times guys come over, they want to wrestle with him. He's younger. He might get agitated, right? One incident, he got agitated. He started crying. What this guy said, "Oh, you're going to have a little pump." I said, "It's time for you to go."
Absolutely.
So dismiss. You know what I'm saying? It's one guy stuck around 3 years, built a really good relationship with him, and they have a relationship now.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that helped, his dad was involved. So he had a balance there. And again, I told him Once he got a little bit older, hey, I noticed that I know you know that it's just me and you in this house. You've met this person, you've met that person. And the reason why they're not here anymore is because they weren't a good fit for me and you. And there's gonna be times when I want your input. How do you feel about this person? Do they make you feel uncomfortable? Do they, how do they make you feel when you're around them? Another rule that I did have too, because again, I'm a single mama. Um, put the kids to bed at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and hey, right? Well, something that I learned was
Hold on.
okay.
What's hey, right? But what's
Yeah,
that?
you know,
I can't let you just gloss right over that like you ain't say it.
You know what
adult
the hell she
time,
means.
playtime,
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
adult time. So naturally, I would close my door, right? Well, one particular time, and me and this guy had been dating for a while. He had been in AJ's life for about 3 years now. Okay. And my son knocked on the door to get to me for I don't even know what he wanted, right? That messed me up because I was like, I'm behind closed doors with this guy who's not my husband, and my son is trying to get to me. That changed the game for me. So that became, if you're not going to be permanent, living room status until we build something. Because I didn't want him to think any less of me. I didn't want to cross his thoughts about me because I feel like as long as I can, I need to walk on water for him.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I can, I need to be perfect for him. I don't want to taint my son's image of his mother, and then at 30, he laying on somebody's couch because he done built up resentment. So that's where I'm at now. And now he's 17, but and I'm very open now. Hey, oh boy, I had to go. He wasn't right. Whatever. Moving
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And I've asked him like last week, I said, how do you feel about me dating? Different people. You've met this person, you've met that person. How do you feel about that? And he said, you know what? It's all about the mother. It's all about who you are. He said, I know who you are. You're not like some of these other mamas I see. So that made me feel good. But for me, it was just keeping that communication open with him.
I'm open
So
with my kids. My 6-year-old, he's a little bit more opinionated than my 10-year-old, and he
Mm-hmm.
asks questions. And he's like, "Mom, you gonna get married again?" No,
Not ever. Just
no. And then like he's met like two guys that I thought I liked. Oh, mama, I liked him. My thing is, I don't want my kids to get attached because my 6-year-old will ask questions and he will
gotcha.
throw names.
Yeah.
We ain't doing it.
See, my son was more of an observer,
Mm-hmm.
quiet, looking,
My oldest
paying
son is like
attention.
that.
Yeah. He didn't really interact. Now, again, I dated somebody for 5 years. So, of course, he interacted,
yeah,
because he
yeah.
got comfortable. But if it's somebody he's just meeting, I mean, he's respectful, but he's not holding a conversation. He's in the background looking.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna make y'all laugh. Well, Janai probably won't laugh, but I'm gonna make you laugh. I ain't gonna tell the whole story, but I'm gonna tell a piece of the story. So 2 weeks ago, it got kind of cold. So Janai called and was like, "Hey, I'm having trouble with my heater. Can you help me figure out like what's going on, whatever?" So
I
I
don't
was
know
like, "Yeah,
why the
just give
hell
me a
you want
minute.
to
I
tell
got
this
something going
story.
on at the house. I'm gonna come around it because she lives around the corner from me." So by the time I
Okay.
made it over there, her dad had already called somebody that actually does that for a living. He's like the neighborhood maintenance guy. So
Mm-hmm.
I say, Janai, you look good. Look like you lost some weight. Her son said, "This the 6-year-old." This the 6-year-old said, She have, Kevin. She had lost some weight. She say she gonna get her fat transferred to her booty.
Oh my God. Ah,
I was like, you better stop talking on the phone in the car in front of that boy, because he gonna be repeated all your business.
yes, yes.
I don't
See,
talk.
my son is more like protective of me. Like, you know, a guy come up to me at the store, the gas station. Now I've been divorced from his dad now 10 years, right? This my daddy named Chris. Boo, like, you know, move back. My daddy named Chris. It don't even matter no more, son. Like, you know, but that was his way of saying, don't talk to my mom.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's difficult though when you have sons because again, um, you don't want their perspective of women to be tainted by us. I want my son to treat whomever he's dating like a lady. And I
So
don't want to be the wrong example.
yeah, so let me ask you a question. Having brought that up, especially with boys. So what's the take or what's the thought process of a woman dating a man who you know have been incarcerated for a long period of time? Guy just got out of penitentiary, and he may have a job now. He may have come home and got him a job, and he's working on a job.
That's like that Jack in the Box thing.
Hell to the no.
To the
Well,
now
I
now.
knew where Janai was gonna go, but
No, I first of all, I'm scared. First of
I
all,
run
I'm scared.
background checks for a living.
Yeah,
No.
no, I can't do it. No.
Mm-mm. I don't care how good of a
Incarceration
job
to
you got.
me, yeah, I just I don't care how long you'd have been in there. I don't care if it was a year, 6 months. Men are sexual. I don't know what you're doing.
It's not just that, Miss Randy. When men go to prison, when anybody go to prison, that age that they went into prison, that's the age they stop at. Their maturity level do not increase. So if a man go to prison at 9, if a young man go to prison at 19, when he get out, he's 19. If he got 20 years, he missed 20 years of the world. So he don't know what's going on. He
Yeah,
is not as advanced as a man that's been in the free world for the last 20
absolutely.
years that you've been out. So you
Yeah,
stuck.
yeah.
hey, here's what I can always depend on. If I got Janai on the show or Terry, they gonna find a way to piss somebody off. Everybody like, hell no, not true. That's somebody.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No,
I don't give
I'm
a
good.
no.
I'm
I'm
good.
good. I'm
Yeah,
good.
because
I've been in law enforcement for 12 years. I didn't see some stuff.
yeah, but
I
okay,
didn't
now
I can't.
here's my thing with that. Because we live in a society where everybody wants to give people a second chance. And of course, people change. They do things when they're young. They make dumbass mistakes. We all have. Nobody's exempt from making a mistake. So how
Right.
can we hold a 33, 34, 40-year-old man accountable for something he did at 18 or 20 years old?
Easy. He shouldn't have did it. I didn't go to prison.
He got a
You
pen
didn't go
pal.
to prison. Like I
Wait,
don't
what's
know
it
what to
called?
tell you.
Love after lockup. They got some of them folks out there, but it
Oh,
just
did you
ain't me and
watch
them.
it? Yeah, no. Mm,
I'm not love after lockup.
right.
So you're saying that a
Right.
man who's gone to prison, okay, let's say you don't, well, Janai say she gonna background check him. I was gonna say,
And I'm gonna call Janai and say, "Girl,
I
run this
love her.
name for me."
I still have my federal connections. I can still log into the system and run people's background checks. No, even in the position I am now. No. Hell no. I don't care if you was in there for 2 days. No.
Randy, you feel that same way too?
Uh, now
Well,
let me
two
say
days.
this:
2 days is a ticket. That's a fast ticket.
federal time, because you was pushing some weight, and when you get out,
State
you done
time
transferred that
equivalent.
money over.
No.
back into this account, then maybe. But on the real, I don't think I could. I think me myself, it would just be a constant thought. I don't think I could.
Mm.
Maybe I might consider, considering the crime, maybe, but I would have. I'm too damn nosy, so I'm gonna
So
have
let me ask
so
you
many
this.
questions. I'm gonna have
Mm-hmm.
so many questions,
Would you
and
ever even consider, as a single woman again, like, let's say you've been dating this guy 2, 3 years, he asks you to marry him, would you consider moving that man into your home with your son?
yes, I would.
Janae? Janae must be froze.
And they're like, hell nah.
Ron
If my
Love
boy,
said everyone
if my
deserves a
boys were
chance.
older, possible.
Greg says depends on what they went for. Some guys are getting jacked up on bullshit charges. True, like
Yeah,
marijuana. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, so let's say a guy went to prison for 5 years on marijuana charges. Now, in most of the states, marijuana is legal. So that's not even something that would be a case today.
I don't. I think because I'm not educated enough on that, and honestly, I don't want to be educated enough on it. Does that make sense? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know enough about prison. I don't know enough about the
I do. That's why
mentality
my
of it
answer is
all.
no.
I don't know what that means. That I'm like, prison, what? Besides wanting to know your story and why again, because I'm just nosy like that, I no, I just don't know enough about it.
My thing is, I'm not coming to see you. Did your wife, your girlfriend, your side chick, and your secretly come see you at the same time? How many girlfriends have you had inside the prison? I know prison because I used to work for the feds. So that's how I know prison. I know prison life. I know prison talk. I know prison mentality. I know prison life. I did it for almost 7 years. I know it. So prison for me, no. Even with drugs, people who get locked up on drug charges, they still
So
do stuff
Janae, you
inside of
said you
prison.
did it for 7 years, Janae. So even though you've been locked up for 7 years, you're saying you wouldn't da- you saying you wouldn't date a man in that environment. Like, why not? I know we know you weren't locked up. You worked in the prison for 7 years, but why? I mean, just be real with us. Why wouldn't you date a man that's been in jail?
Because of the shit I've seen, almost every, I'm not gonna say every man, almost every man, black, white, African American, Caucasian, Asian, Hispanic, Indian specific, have some kind of some way, not all men, almost most, have dib and dab while they in prison. They have prison girlfriends in prison. I've seen it. I know.
And these are
You
men that
got
are
you got
saying they are
men,
straight. These are
yes.
straight men.
They straight when they come see you at visitation. But they go back across their yard, they go back to their little housewife. I've seen it. I've seen grown men with breasts. It was one Hispanic guy. I say, hey, hold on. I was in R&D. I say, hey, y'all forgot somebody. That's a woman. This is a male prison. They say, no, he in the right spot. We said how much? He said $60,000
To be somebody's girlfriend?
to look like a woman.
Wow.
Highlights, breasts, everything. Only thing he didn't have his sex change.
And that's
You
what
know
I'm
how much
saying.
they and you know how much they paid for that across that yard? A lot of money.
Well, and that's my point. We are all sexual beings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? All of us are. So if you're in a place where you can't get what you used to, and that thing start jumping and throbbing, you want to put it somewhere and you don't care because you're just trying to get it off. You're not bringing
I
that to me. You're
either
not
they
bringing
gonna
that
find
to
him
me.
another inmate They're gonna find them a vulnerable ass staff member who work inside that prison. A
No,
nurse,
So
a CEO, a teacher, somebody.
yeah. You can't tell me you went 5 years
And ain't touched nothing.
and ain't
Shit.
touched nothing. Can't tell
you
me
don't
that
you don't think so? You don't think that's possible?
at
Hell
all.
no.
You ain't going 6 months. You're not going 3 months. No, not at all. Talk to somebody else about that one. Nope.
No.
You ain't jacking off that much. Nah.
Nope.
So no.
I'm laughing because I'm reading these comments as y'all
Who
talk.
else? Who else would have pissed off?
Huh?
Inmates having sex with prison administrators too. Yes, they do.
Yeah, I'm finna say, Janai, you can see the comments, you can read them. Oh, there's a big one right there. Read that one.
Just a nugget for you great folk. I have known some professionals whose kids are crackheads, pill heads, etc., with 2 or 3 degrees, having parents no pen. Meanwhile, my daughter has graduated from college. My daughter I raised with my degree having wife is graduating in 11 days. My 2 boys are working while in college. Don't judge me because I see it different than you. Okay. There are men who are successfully celibate. Okay.
Hold on, Randy coming back.
With the guards, you don't have to jack off. In federal prison, if you catch a jack case in federal prison, you will be registered as a sex offender.
Are you serious?
Yes.
See,
Thanks
that's what I'm
to
saying. I
thanks
just don't know
thanks to
enough.
who? Thanks to who? Me, yours truly. Yours truly. Because I pushed that. It's so many men in federal prison. It's a man. His name was Robert Thomas. I don't care. He's from the Midwest. He stood in the door. This is when I worked overtime at the USP in Beaumont. I worked overtime. He stood there and he jacked off right there in the doorway. And as I got closer to him, he pulled the door shut. I wrote him an incident report. Found out he had 6 jack cases. I pushed the issue. It's so many men who get caught. These men will masturbate, they don't care. That it's what they call they will mind fuck you. That's how they get off. You don't have to do anything to them. This you being there, male or female, they develop a fantasy in their head and it just sets them off. And that's what they
Yeah.
do. So in federal prison, if you have more than 3 incident reports for masturbating, for jacking off, you will be registered as a sex offender.
So read
Yeah.
that last comment.
What? How do I gotta go back to it? You can buy pussy in jail from guards if you got money. Trust me, I know. I worked with some in federal prison and they got fair time.
So how much do pussy cost from a guard?
I
And
don't
say,
know.
Kevin,
Shit,
don't
I
you go
don't
out
know.
there doing no. I ain't putting nothing on your books.
I
No,
don't know.
no, no.
Ask your homeboy Terry, he know.
Huh? I can't
I
hear
know.
you.
I don't know. Ask your homeboy Terry.
He said $100. He said $100.
Okay, well he know.
That's
Mm-mm.
crazy. They said.
Like
I
I
wouldn't
say, I
know.
don't know enough about it, and
I wouldn't know because I
yeah,
enjoy my freedom. Because my thing is this: if you are
That boy
a
say
federal
3 suits.
if you are a federal officer, if you work for the federal government, when you were sworn in, when you take your oath, you are taking your oath as a federal law enforcement officer. If you get caught having sex with an inmate, that is a violation of your oath, which means you will go to federal prison because that is not considered consensual sex. That's considered rape. You will go spend time 3 years in prison and 2.5 on papers? Hell
So
no.
so Jessica has a question. Jessica said, so what's wrong with masturbation, touching yourself for self-pleasure?
nothing. Especially with that rose, girl.
What'd you say, Randy?
Especially with that rose, it's all good.
It's an issue. It's an issue in federal prison. It's an issue in federal prison. If someone is offended by it, it's an issue. That, that's something you can do it and not get caught. But once you get caught, those officers are obligated to write incident reports on you.
So hold on, Greg. Greg wants you to elaborate on something. Greg, what did you want her to elaborate on? I missed. I must have missed a portion of the question.
He did. You didn't.
Oh, they say you got all the inside intel after working there for 7 years, Janai.
Yeah, because while I was in investigations.
Well, I definitely appreciate it.
He's talking about elaborate on touching you.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So being out here in the date game, ladies, being out here in the date game, I know we've talked about the specifications of what you kind of look for in a dude. Like, other than the penitentiary or a guy coming out of prison, like just for y'all, what's an absolute no-go with a man? What can a man say? Because here's the thing that I've always been told my entire life from women, that a woman know from the time she see you and say hello if she want to sleep with you or not. All you can do is talk yourself out the coochie. I've been told that since before I could get any coochie.
That's the easiest thing you can get. Yeah, that's the easiest thing you can get.
Yeah. So what's the biggest no-go? Just straight up off the box. Just no, that's a no-go for me with a man. What totally turns you off the minute he opens his mouth about this?
His teeth.
I think if your conversation is sex off the bat, that's a definite turn off for me. Because as I have learned, most men that brag from the very beginning
ain't worth shit.
Baby, a BB Tata, nothing. Nothing. So that's number one. Number two, what's a turn off for me? A man that has too many children with too many women. So if we get into a conversation, you tell me you got 6 kids, 5 baby mamas, I'm done. I can't, because there's no stability there. There's no responsibility nor commitment with you. And I don't like this either. When y'all lie and say, I'm living with my mama right now, she older, she's sick. So I just, gave up my house and I just moved back with mom's. So I'm gonna come over to your house and what? No. That's a little bit of a turn off to me too.
But Randy, let me say this.
Okay.
In defense of that dude, like literally that dude was me for real. For real.
Okay.
I moved back to South Park to take care of my mom. My mom just recently passed. She was really sick. And I only moved back to take care of her. I wasn't in between jobs. Again, I've been on my job this year 25 years at AT&T. So I only came back here because my mom was suffering with dementia really bad, was trying to cook, smoking the house up, neighbors calling me. So my sister lives in San Diego, and my brother was already having a bunch of medical issues himself. He ended up passing in March of this year. So I lost my brother in March. I turned around and lose my mom in September. All I'm saying is that sometimes those issues are real life issues.
Let me hear your story. But my thing is, if I stop over there and mama all right, because I done been there too. Mama fine. She might have a little walker, but she getting from here to there. She still cooking. Asking me, baby, you want something to eat? What did you say? Your mama was like, no, no, I don't.
If my mama offered you something to eat, you better not have eaten it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's that. So those 3 things, Yeah, we done. I have nothing else to talk about.
So Janae, what's a no-go for you?
If your first question is, do you want some more kids? Is a no-go for me. I don't like that question. If we're having a conversation, oh, you got some kids? Yes. You want some more kids? What? No, I'm not for being fruitful and multiplying. I'm sorry, I'm not. Um, Another no for me is it's okay to ask me what I do,
Hmm?
but it's another thing for you to make comments about what I do. Referencing my career path, I don't. That's a no for me. The multiple children and multiple baby mothers is a no for me.
Yeah, can't do it.
Um, Sensitivity is another no for me. If you come out to me as sensitive and clingy as fuck, no, I can't do that. Don't be rubbing all on me and touching me. Don't touch me. You got time to learn how to touch me.
He might want to
If
pop
I
one of them big red jugs in his mouth. What you mean?
no, 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 no. I don't. I'm really not into the. Don't touch me. Just don't touch me, and don't come in my
Are you
face and your
affectionate?
breast. I am affectionate. I am, but all the excessive touching and rubbing, and I just met you. Don't touch me.
Got you. Yeah, because I
I
feel
didn't
like you're
call you.
listening. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't touch me.
you
No.
violate me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll cuss you out. Don't touch me.
I tell you something else that's a turn off. But I got a snap back for it. I don't like when men ask, "Do you cook?" Because then my question is, "Do you build houses?"
Yep, Mr. Walker.
I don't like that because I may cook, but what if I don't cook to your liking? You know
Hold
what I'm
on,
saying?
Miss
Why
Randy.
is that a question? Why? Why do women have to know how to cook? What does that mean?
Well, I got one for you, Miss. You know how to make baked chicken. You know how to make some good tuna fish.
Baby, I had one that asked me, you know how to cook greens? Get your big country ass out my face.
So let me read some of these questions. So Keisha Price Ferguson said, "That's a worthing girl." That question go both ways. He might be asking. Wait a minute. He might be asking. Hold on. So many people comment now. The question's rolling. He might be asking you. I
To
don't get
make
it. What she's
sure
saying.
he may be asking that to make sure you don't want more because he doesn't.
Oh, the
Mm,
kid thing. She's talking about the kid.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Felicia said, "Randy, men love to eat."
Yeah,
Yep.
but
yeah, but I ain't cooking no damn
and
greens.
I like a nice house.
So
Absolutely.
Jessica said, her quick turn off is a man who want his dick sucked off the bat.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
And who asking?
Huh?
Who asking? You know what I mean? Like, how is that a conversation?
Oh, I thought you was
Cedric,
asking. Okay, let me put my hand down. I thought you was
Cedric
asking the
say you
question.
No,
still
I'm saying
believe
like,
I
how is
am.
that a conversation?
Everything is a conversation. I'm a communicator. So
But
that's
I
something.
think you communicate sexually in the sexual position. You if the chemistry is there,
It would happen.
then yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, you may not can kiss, so it ain't gonna go nowhere with me.
Mm-mm.
You say if you don't know how to kiss,
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
if you don't know how to kiss, or whatever that turns me on, then it don't matter if I do suck dick or not.
so Lori said,
You might touch me wrong, and I'll be like, yeah, nah, partner.
Lori
Yeah,
said they asking, can you cook? She like, yeah, I got something they can eat.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Oh my God, y'all killing me.
Yeah.
So let's talk about communication, ladies. We got about 10 minutes left. Let's talk about communication. Do you ladies think that the lack of communication can be a toxic trait, or the way you communicate can be a toxic trait? The one thing Janai knows is that for me, I have a major issue with women that
Okay.
cuss a lot. She knows. So we were talking earlier, and she was like, well, if you ask that question, I might say this. And I was like, that's fine. She was like, well, I just know how you have an issue with women cussing. For me, if you and maybe I'm old school about this, um, if you want me to treat you like a lady at sometimes, and I'm not saying that, oh, you're not ever supposed to swear or use a cuss word. I mean, I know it happens, it slips out. But the basis of your conversation cannot be dropping F bombs and MFers and all of that. So my
Shots
question
fired.
is, when it comes to communication, how big are you on guys that need to know how to communicate? Because for me, I'm a communicator. I probably talk too damn much,
Mhm.
but I am really, Janae. But I mean, I'm
I'm
definitely a
finding out.
communicator. So for me, it's not off the beaten path, Randy. For me to bring up in the conversation, we chopping it up. I'm like, so are you a very sexual being or whatever? I mean, and that might not happen the first time we talk, depending on how long we talk, but it could come up in the second or third conversation. Because me, honestly, I don't want to spend a bunch of time doing things that you don't enjoy,
Absolutely.
even from
I,
just a dating perspective and from a sexual. You might not like your titties sucked on. You might get hotter when a nigga kiss you around the neck. 'Cause I mean, everybody's different. Everybody like what they like. That's your thing. That's your fetish. Nobody's to judge that. So
I
yeah, I'm
think
gonna communicate
communication,
about the whole sexual content of what we have
yeah,
going on before we get to that point. Because I don't want to do a bunch of unnecessary shit. So when we talk communication, how important
okay.
is communication from a man before it becomes a turnoff? Is he if he's unable to do it?
I don't want to have to drag information out of you. That's a turn off for me. If I feel like I got to pull teeth to get to know you, because I like to talk. I want to sit at the table. We could play cards, music, the drink, and let's talk. Let's get to know each other, right? But if I feel like I have to drag communication out of you, I feel like I'm fighting, and I don't want to do that. I want communication to be as authentic and as organic as it can be. Now, you might, when it comes to the sexual conversation, me to a certain extent, because if the chemistry is there, sex is going to talk for itself. That's a whole nother communication. You know what I'm saying? Now, I
Mm-hmm.
can tell you, don't stick your tongue in my ear because we're going to have a problem. Don't
I
do
will
that.
fight you.
Do you understand? If I still off on you when you do it, oh well. But I mean, I could tell you that. But as far as asking me what I like, I think you have to find out communicating through your touch. Commun- Pay attention to my reaction, and you'll know. I mean, we grown at this point. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
I will tell you, look, all that jungle fucking and shit, I don't need that. So hey, say my wrap this up because I'm done. And so we may not go there no more because you
Mm-hmm.
trying to do too much. And now that might be a conversation. That makes sense,
It
like
does to me.
we're
Yeah,
grown.
yeah.
Yeah. But anything else like what you like, what's your interest? Um, Do you like concerts? Cause me, I'm really not big on crowds, but I'll go to appease you. But just know, if you buy concert tickets, I'm like, ooh,
It
you
better be
know,
the right one.
right, better be. So again, finding out who I am, what I like, me finding out who you are, what you like, your beliefs, your faith, your morals, your character. How are you with your children? What was your relationship with your mother? Now that's something that hits home for me with communication. Both my parents are deceased. So that's a connection when I find out, oh, you don't have your mother too, because our thinking is different now.
Mm-hmm.
The way we move is different when you on this earth without parents. So we got a lot to connect first before we even start talking about that other stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
agree.
other
I agree.
things. Yeah.
So so what about just the concept of having a guy that communicate his wants and needs from you as a woman? And I'm not talking initial conversation. Y'all
Yeah.
kind of feeling each other. Y'all got a vibe. And not necessarily Randy, but he might say, you know, for me, man, a turn off, like for me, is the language. And I've
Mhm.
communicated with this to you on several occasions. And for whatever reason, you just not responding, you're not getting it. Like, as a man, how long am I expected to hold on to you with all this cussing, all this anger? What about my peace? What about my happiness? And I've been saying this since I had this podcast for over a year now, that my peace got to be my peace. Like, I don't
I
want to deal
understand
with a
that.
woman who comes into my life and just have me miserable every freaking day because you want to
But
argue. You don't want to communicate. I'm just asking a question. So let's talk about it.
here's my answer to that. So I think as individuals, you owe yourself peace. You owe yourself joy. You owe yourself happiness. You can't find those things in somebody else. That's something you should already be equipped with. So if somebody is in your life and they're disturbing that, have the conversation. And you have to ask yourself, is the relationship worth it?
Worth it.
Do you have the patience? Because I can tell you what love will do. Love will bridle my tongue. Love will say to me, he don't, man, you got to work on this, Randy. You got to do better. Come on. You got a good dude. He doing this, he doing that. Work on that cuss. You want this to go somewhere? That's what love will do. Patience will do that. So again, but you got to ask yourself, do you have the patience? Is the love strong enough? Is the hope there that she'll get it? You know what I'm saying? So you got to ask yourself that question. Is the relationship worth it? Is that one little thing, or is that one major thing that cancels out all the good stuff?
Well, I don't, for me, when I have dealt with that particular situation, it wasn't about love, but
Mhm.
it's like, are you still, in spite of no love being there, are you willing to even tolerate that? If you know that's something you
No,
don't like and it's a turn off, like,
because it sets up resentment at the end of the day. And all I can tell you is, well, you knew this about me. You know what I'm saying? You knew this about me from the beginning. Now you mad because I ain't changing it? Walk away from it. To me, it's just not worth it. If it's something that's deterring your happiness and again your peace, because why you? It should be a joy for me to get that text message. Hey, thinking about you. Not, look, here she go again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling this way about this person. She got these good qualities, but she drink too much. She cussed too much. That's just something I don't want to deal with.
whew,
We have a good time. I went through it with my ex. Good guy. Every time I heard his name, it was good stuff about him. He was an alcoholic. And that I had to ask myself, I love this man. I wanted him to be my last. We were good, but that alcohol, and he wasn't abusive towards me, but a little bit combative, wanted to argue and all of that stuff. I don't want my Friday nights to be like this. I don't want to go to separate cars because you're going to act stupid.
Yeah.
Or when I see you acting stupid, all right, y'all, I'm gone. I got to cut my good time short because you got a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. At the end of the day, I had to say to myself, and again, my son, do I want my son to know that I'm dealing with something like this? His mama that's the soldier that's been holding it down, and now me and him dealing with an alcoholic? No.
Yeah. So before we go, we got like 4.5 minutes left. Just real quick, I wanted to reach out to you before I even sent you the friend request originally to join me on my page, because I had heard good things about you from other Worthing alumni. So they told me that you were the instrumental piece to the puzzle that helped put together Worthing's alumni weekend.
Oh, I tried.
They spoke. And the one thing, and I know you probably don't even know, but Nicole Cartwright is my cousin. So
you know what? I met you years ago because Nicole used to do my hair a long time ago.
Okay.
And so we pretty tight. And when I saw your face, I was like, I know him from somewhere. And then I don't know what happened, but then 2 and 2, I put it together. I was like, that's who that is.
Yeah.
Baby, everybody knows Kevin.
And she was like, Randy is a great girl. She a great person. That's what she was like. She's crazy and funny as hell, but she a great person on top of all that.
I try to be. I really do, because again, being in this world without parents, I've learned to treat people right, because I don't know what bridge I might have to cross over. But overall, I can say this. I love the person God and I created.
Mm-hmm.
I love who I am. So therefore, now I can block certain energies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, there are certain things I'm just not going to put up with.
Yeah. So they want to know what class were you at Worthing?
1992, the best class.
I was 5.
You heard that, Ron Love? She said 92, the best class.
The best
Pop
class.
Marlon Doe's on it. You say, yeah, you're part of it. We had the green and gold. Eleanor Williams. You know Eleanor, tall Eleanor?
Yes, I do.
Lemuel Stinson on here,
Hey,
1984.
Lemuel went to Woodson with my brother.
Yeah. And me and Lemuel played together at Texas Tech.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
Kevin. So I asked Coach Stinson today. I said, so what happened when you dropped that pass
Against Rice? Did you tell him the school he dropped? What'd he say?
No, I said in front of the other coach, and he said about against Rice, and he told us the whole story. Yep. So Coach Stinson, that's who I got that from, Kevin Walker.
Yeah. So look, man, thank y'all for coming on. I appreciate y'all for doing this. I'm gonna have, of course, both of y'all back as much as y'all want to come back. Janai, honestly, all bullshit aside, I need you and Terry on here together so y'all can argue on air in front of everybody.
No.
Look at her facial expression, Rick.
I see it. Dead. Like, yeah. I got your back. I'll be your cheerleader.
Me and Miss Randy, yes. But me and your friend Terry, hell no.
Damn.
And there's your answer.
Wow.
And there it is.
On behalf of what he said with Kevin Walker, for Randy Kelly, for Janai Sanders, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for checking us out tonight. Peace.
Good talk. Good night.
Good night.